Are denominations even biblical?
I want to throw out a thought that might make some Christians uncomfortable, but it might also be exactly what we need to hear. Have you ever noticed that every denomination we have today started as a church split? Somebody disagreed, somebody left, somebody started something new. And here's the question. If God designed one church, how did we end up with thousands? I know what you're thinking. Well, the Catholic Church was the first. Okay, but what if the Catholic Church itself wasn't the model? What if it was already a split? Think about the New Testament. Jesus didn't form a political, religious system. He formed a body, a family, led by shepherds, shaped by Scripture, empowered by the Spirit. So by the time we get to the early centuries, the church started looking less like Acts and more like Pharisees and Sadducees. Layers of power, layers of tradition, layers of man-made authority. So if the first major institution already drifted, then every split from it and every split from those splits might actually be carrying us further from the original blueprint. What if the reason we have so many denominations is because we stopped fighting for unity and started fighting for preference? And what if the more we divide, the more we dilute the truth that the early church walked in? I'm not saying this to attack anybody's church. I'm saying it to ask, what if God is calling us back, not to a denomination, but to the design? One body, one spirit, one mission. What would happen if we actually lived that out?
The Bible actually speaks against denominations because Paul talked about that in 1 Corinthians chapter 3. He says, one of you says, I'm of Apollos. One of you says, I'm of Paul. He said, I'm glad I didn't baptize any of you. He said, but who are we but ministers by which you heard the truth? He never said go off and start a denomination or any sects or any of these types of things. Let me know what you think in the comments. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And watch the video in the link if you want to see more about this subject.